Did you in your head size up Floyd like
beat his ass? Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
like plot?
But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms.
Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Floyd up.
Okay, for instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear making a couple million. But someone on the undercard of a big show could still end up with more money than him. Floyd Mayweather was on video this morning talking about stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag to keep it clean. These fighters aren't short of cash. The truth is, when champions step back into the ring long after their prime, it's usually all about chasing money. But here's the twist. Terence Crawford doesn't need that. And I'm telling you right now, Crawford would beat Mayweather if they ever met. Terence Crawford shut down any idea of facing Floyd Mayweather, saying he never once imagined such a fight. For him, these money-driven matchups aren't about proving greatness. They're about hype. Crawford made it clear he's not chasing Mayweather or letting outside noise pull him into something meaningless. He respects Floyd's era, but believes this era is his own, and he's focused on building his legacy on achievements, not cash grabs.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boy. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat it.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
like plot.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career has drawn heavy criticism. Once praised as an undefeated defensive genius, he now steps into exhibition bouts that have little sporting value but massive financial paydays. From bragging about cash to flaunting his wealth, Mayweather continues chasing spectacles instead of meaningful fights. Many fans and analysts feel disappointed, saying his focus has shifted from legacy to profit, raising questions about how history will remember this phase of his career.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Former champion Timothy Bradley believes Crawford would dismantle Mayweather if they ever fought. He points out Floyd's history of struggling against southpaws, and Crawford's switch hitting, timing, and adaptability would be a nightmare for him. Bradley argues that Floyd's defensive tricks wouldn't work against a fighter as complete and powerful as Crawford, even going as far as saying Mayweather could get caught reaching. His bold take adds more fuel to the heated Crawford versus Mayweather debate.
He will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counter punches in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too. Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counter puncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
Some voices in the boxing world argue the comparisons between Crawford and Mayweather are unfair. Mayweather's resume is packed with elite names and victories across multiple divisions. Crawford, while dominant, hasn't faced the same long list of Hall of Fame opponents. For these critics, Mayweather's legacy is already cemented, while Crawford is still adding chapters. They caution against placing Crawford on Mayweather's pedestal too soon, even as his star continues to rise.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo.
Boxing personality Showbizz, the adult, has highlighted Crawford's willingness to take risks Mayweather never did. He points to Crawford moving up in weight to face dangerous opponents like Canelo Alvarez, something Floyd would have avoided in his careful career planning. While Mayweather built his legacy on precision and timing, Crawford's bold challenges show a different kind of greatness. This perspective challenges the long-held idea that Mayweather's career choices made him untouchable.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even tell.
Terence Crawford himself is growing tired of the comparisons. He openly says there's no need to pit his name against Mayweather's. Floyd had his time, and this era belongs to him, instead of endless debates. Crawford wants recognition for his own accomplishments. He stresses that boxing fans should enjoy what he's doing now, rather than dragging the past into every conversation.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out there.
Danny Garcia offered a diplomatic take on the fantasy fight. Instead of siding with Crawford or Mayweather, he suggested it could end in a draw. Garcia believes Floyd's defensive brilliance could neutralize Crawford's aggressive adaptability, creating a stalemate. His balanced view reflects the respect both men command and shows how even among boxers, the debate is far from settled.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever, at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Mosley took a different stance, saying Floyd's size would be his downfall against Crawford. While acknowledging Floyd's skills, Mosley argues that Crawford's power, reach, and ability to fight from both stances would overwhelm Mayweather. He believes Floyd thrived against fighters close to his size, but against a naturally bigger and more versatile opponent like Crawford, the odds would swing heavily in Bud's favor.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbizz, the adult, later gave a more measured view. He said Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez certainly sparked the debate, but it shouldn't be oversimplified. Crawford's greatness is undeniable, but Floyd's decades of dominance and consistency across divisions can't be dismissed. He urges fans to look deeper into quality of opposition and long-term influence rather than boiling the debate down to one fight.
Not add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Floyd, Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they could go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class, and they fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson.
Trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards stepped in with a refreshing reminder. Let Crawford enjoy his moment. He criticized the constant comparisons as immature, pointing out that Floyd is retired and should be left out of the conversation. Edwards insisted that Crawford's historic win deserves to stand on its own, without dragging Mayweather's name into it. For him, it's about giving credit where it's due, without overshadowing the accomplishment.
Man, I don't really want to compare them right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. It's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, and I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, how the fights will go, and, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, unfortunately, they didn't fight. They could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So,
It didn't happen, and we gotta just live with it.
The boxing community remains divided. Some believe Crawford's risks, like moving up in weight to beat Canelo, prove he's greater than Mayweather. Others cling to Floyd's undefeated record and defensive genius as unmatched. The truth is, both fighters represent different eras and different approaches to boxing. Their legacies may never fully overlap, but the debate itself proves how much influence both men still have on the sport.
Terence Crawford's gonna win. I used to think that the size difference was too much. That Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they gonna do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez is 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's gonna beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think he's gonna win.
Crawford's stunning win over Canelo Alvarez is seen as the defining moment of his career. Moving up 2 weight classes to dethrone a reigning champion wasn't just bold, it was historic. Analysts say that victory alone pushed him into the conversation of all-time greats. It proved that Crawford isn't only dominant, but fearless, willing to chase challenges most fighters would avoid. For many, that fight sealed his legacy as one of the boldest champions of this generation.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step, and of course a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Joanna Beck posted this with 2 emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK, and to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Joanna Beck is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Joanna Beck versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Joanna Beck's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next? Let me know.
That wraps up today's breakdown of the ongoing Crawford versus Mayweather debate. 2 legends, 2 different eras, an endless discussion about who stands taller in boxing history. What's certain is that both fighters have left a permanent mark on the sport. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to share your thoughts. Who do you think truly reigns supreme?